Hello everyone on my channel. In this video, I want to talk in detail about the vulnerabilities of padlocks. I'll show you everything step by step using a lock from the well-known company Gusami as an example. So, the vulnerability specifically concerns locks that have the following locking mechanism, which is activated by simply pressing down on the shackle of the lock without using a key. To fully understand what to pay attention to, we first need to thoroughly study the lock itself, meaning how it's intricately made. So, we can clearly see an obvious and very visible gap between the shackle of the lock and its body. With the help of this gap, which is a crucial component in the overall mechanism, you can exert influence and effectively move the shutter mechanism, which you now see clearly displayed on your screen. This process allows for precise control and adjustment, ensuring that the shutter operates smoothly and efficiently, providing optimal performance in various conditions. So the spring in this lock is quite powerful. This is really good, and it won't allow an attacker, for example, to cut out a little petal from a soda can, insert it between the shackle of the lock and its locking part, and then push it aside by pressing. This is because the design and mechanism of the lock are specifically engineered to resist such simple and crude attempts at bypassing its security features. In other words, a soda can won't withstand such a spring, so it won't be able to open this lock. The lock's internal components are crafted to ensure that only the correct key or a tool designed for lockpicking can manipulate the locking mechanism effectively. But with a tool like this, you can open such locks. Considering that we took a small lock, the principle is the same for both small and large ones. We insert this pick between the shackle of the lock and the body and turn it counterclockwise. In this case, the lock opens, meaning this little petal moves the locking element aside. The process involves a delicate balance of pressure and precision, which is why the tool is essential. Given that the metal of this pick is very thin and quite strong, we were able to do this. The material's strength and flexibility are crucial in maneuvering the lock's components without breaking. But I repeat, a soda can won't work for this trick, as it lacks the necessary durability and structural integrity to perform the task. The spring is extremely high quality, exceptionally strong, and incredibly durable. Furthermore, you can also easily open this lock with a lockpick if you have the right tools. So, the profile of the key is like a little boat. This is a small and simple key that can be used for various purposes. Here's a little key. Geezer. To open such a small lock, we need a very small wrench. So we take the smallest wrench that we have. This wrench fits this lock just right, let's say. Let's apply a little tension. At this moment, we find ourselves without the specialized tool that is typically used for pin cylinders, which is unfortunate. However, I have an alternative method in mind. I will be utilizing a pick, which is a tool commonly employed for manipulating the pins inside English locks. This process involves carefully inserting the pick into the lock and attempting to align the pins in such a way that the lock can be opened. It requires a steady hand and a good understanding of the lock's mechanism. I will now proceed to demonstrate this technique by attempting to open the lock through the method of picking. These 4 pins that are very specifically and very carefully installed in this lock. So, we opened the lock, meaning we did it even with a tool that's not the one meant for it. If we had used the proper tool designed for opening these locks, we would have done it without any issues at all. So we carefully and skillfully picked the lock by delicately manipulating the intricate and complex mechanism between the shackle and the internal components of the body of the lock. And they opened it with a master key. Here, let's also point out that this lock has a mechanism that prevents the shackle from popping out of the body. This mechanism holds the shackle in place. On the other side, we can see 4 pins. So there are 4 holes. The lock itself is poorly made. And considering that we know where the shackle's mechanism is to keep it from popping out, and knowing where the pins are, we already understand which way we need to insert the pick. We insert it where the pins are, and the lock opens very quickly. So, if you have locks like these, or are thinking about getting some to secure your movable or immovable property, I recommend reconsidering and maybe investing in something more expensive, but of better quality. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave comments about what you would like to see in the next videos. If you didn't like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs down. We value your feedback and would love to hear your thoughts and suggestions. Please leave comments about what you would like to see in the upcoming videos. Additionally, if I find some free time in my schedule, I can share exactly what you'll find interesting and engaging. All the best.